Today I want to talk about redox. What is a redox? Redox reaction is a chemical reaction where oxidation and reduction occur simultaneously. Initially, a redox reaction refers to a reaction involve oxygen. The term redox is derived from two words, red and ox, means redox, reduction, or else oxidation. Oxidation and reduction reaction. First, gain or loss of oxygen. Second, gain or loss of hydrogen. Third, transfer of electrons and change in oxidation number. Oxidation is the process of losing electrons. Some atoms or compounds are usually oxide while others are not. Metals are all usually oxided. Non-metals are not. Oxidation often occurs with reduction. Reduction is the process of gaining electrons. Move to reduction. Reduction is the transfer of electrons between species in a chemical reaction. Where there is a process of gaining electrons or a decrease in the oxidation state by an element. Reduction chemical reactions involve increasing electrons associated with a single atom or a group of atoms. Comparison of oxidation and reduction. Oxidation, a substance loses electrons. The goal of oxidation is to achieve a stable electrons configuration for the atom. Examples of oxidation include burning fuels, fireworks, and metal tarnishing. For reduction, a substance gains electrons. The reduced form of a molecule has more energy than the oxidized form. An example of reduction is rusting, when iron reacts with oxygen to form rust. Oxidation and reduction in terms of gain and loss of oxygen and hydrogen. For oxidation reaction takes place when a reactant gains oxygen. For reduction reaction takes place when a reactant loses oxygen. For oxidation reaction takes place when a reactant loses hydrogen. For reduction reaction takes place when a reactant gains hydrogen. Voltaic cell. What is a simple chemical cell? First, two different metal plates are dipped into an electrolyte and connected with connecting wires, also known as voltaic cell or galvanic cell. Converts chemical energy to electrical energy. Last, a redox reaction occurs in the cell that causes the flow of electrons. The potential difference detected by the voltmeter indicates the presence of electrical Quran, Surah. Okay, this is some example for simple chemical cell. So this an important part of an electrochemical cell. The basic sub bridge is an electrolyte material that is used to connect the two sides of an electrochemical cell. A sub bridge commonly with the tubing filled with aqueous silver nitrate or potassium chloride this is example for sub bridge. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi. So, as Hafi has mentioned earlier about reduction and oxidation reaction, I'm here to show you guys one of the example, which is this experiment showing electron transfer. So, the experiment demonstrates electron transfer from both solutions to reach equilibrium for both solutions. So, as you guys can see, this experiment is using galvanometer, which shows transfer of electrons through a connecting wire from a reducing agent, which is on negative terminal, to oxidizing agent, which is on positive terminal. So, from this experiment, redox reaction can be seen from the change of color from the solutions, which shows that there is a reduction and oxidation reaction might have taken place. For example, based on this experiment, ferrum 2 plus release an electron to form ferrum 3 plus, which caused the solution's color change from yellow to brown solution. While the manganate 7 receive an electron to form manganese 2, which caused the change of solution's color from purple to colorless.
Next, we are going into the next subtopic, that is rusting. What does it mean by rusting? Rusting is corrosion of metal. Corrosion of metal is redox reaction where a metal is oxidized spontaneously when metal atoms release electron to form metal ions. Rusting occurs when there is presence of water and oxygen. Oxygen acts as an oxidizing agent while water acts as reducing agent. This is one of the example of rusting. For example, when ion comes into contact with a more electropositive metal like zinc, the ion will corrode slowly, while zinc undergoes oxidation and corrodes faster. What are the ways to prevent rusting? Firstly, you can use a protective surface. In this way, it can protect and prevent things from coming into contact with oxygen and water. For example, as on car engines and plastic coatings on wire fences.
So, can I use other metal?
Yes, you certainly can. If there is more electropositive metal, the corrosion will be a lot slower. We take tin plating as example. Tin will form an oxide layer, so the corrosion will be a lot slower. Next, superficial protection. That is, iron is attached to a more electropositive metal, such as magnesium. If iron is attached to a more electropositive metal, the iron will corrode slowly and rusting can be prevented. For example, it is used in village pillars. Lastly, by alloying the metal. The oxide layer form protecting the ion from coming into contact with oxygen and water. We use it in stainless steel in kitchen utensils.
Thank you, Nur Fatasha, for your explanation. So right now, I want to talk about an electroplating. So you guys might wonder, what is electroplating? Electroplating use an electrolytic cells which consists of putting a negative charge onto a metal, and after that we dipping it into a solution which is metal salt, and it's called electrolytes. And also, the electrolytes contain positive charged metal ions. The electroplating, the other name is electrodeposition, and its function is to improving the appearance of metal and also strengthen the attractiveness and the reactance of metals. So here's an example of redox reaction happen in electroplating. Okay. To electroplate an iron with cuprum Cu, the cuprum anode ionized to become a Cu2+. When cuprum releases an electron to become a ion cuprum, it undergoes an oxidation reaction.